What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jackpot DFS. Looking at our ugly game for our Thursday night slate. It's going to be an ugly one. A lot of different guys going to be viable tonight. Starting with the QBs for the Jets, Sam Darnold. I think he's still got a lot to prove. He just doesn't have the line. He doesn't have the defense. He doesn't have the weapons. I mean, the guys. Thought maybe when they got Le'Veon Bell they'd be better than what they were, but it's just kind of a downslide for this team. And then they got another tough matchup, even with a QB who hasn't started a game yet in the NFL. I think it's still going to be a tough task for them tonight to win tonight, but it's going to be ugly either way. But I like Sam Darnold tonight to pass the ball. Also like Ripken on the other side. This guy is starting his first game in the NFL. Gets the ball awfully quick. Don't know about his mobility, but being a younger quarterback, that's kind of the way of the league now. You get guys who are mobile. It's kind of what most NFL teams are looking for, somebody who can get out of the pocket, move around, and give them a chance to win. So I think both of these guys are viable tonight. Upside of these guys, you could try to pair them with, a pass catching back. I do think some receivers are going to be hurt still for the Jets, so we'll look at that when we get to it. But moving on to running backs tonight that I like. Obviously, Melvin Gordon is a proven running back in the league, going against the 26th worst defense in the league against the run. Love Melvin Gordon tonight. I think he's one of those must plays that you must have tonight. Just one of those guys you kind of pair up side if you want to go running back. With Melvin Gordon and kind of go like a receiver, or if you want to pair him up with the quarterback of the team he's with or whatnot. Decide how you want to kind of run that tonight. Like I said, it's going to be kind of ugly. I even think the kickers are going to be viable tonight. So it's one of the things to think about when you're going to approach a slate like this. It's not clear coded like we have seen the past few single game slates. This one's going to be a little bit harder to do. Tonight. But Melvin Gordon I like tonight for Denver. Also, Philip Lindsay is questionable, so if he doesn't play, then obviously you got a Royce Freeman, which to me, him and Melvin Gordon are kind of the same type of back. Obviously, he's not as good as Gordon, but Gordon's going to have some time when he's resting part of the game. He's not going to play all the game, but he's seeing 69% of the snaps right now. So I do expect him to be highly owned. But he may be a must-have tonight, especially if he gets in the end zone once or twice. And this very well could be an ugly game where you see like a 17-10, 17-13 kind of game. So one of them things to think about. Moving on to the side of the Jets, to me, I think Kalen Ballage is probably the guy you want to have. I don't think that they're going to be able to run the ball that good. Frank Gore has obviously been in the league forever. But Denver still holds seventh best in the league against the run. I think Kalen Ballage is probably going to be catching the balls out of the backfield, and they're probably going to have to go to the pass to get anything kind of going. So that's, to me, especially with a depleted, injured receiving core, they're probably going to have to lean on him a little bit as far as passing the ball. So I expect him to be out there. He started out there 31% of the time. Frank Gore's out there 42% of the time, especially if this game starts to go where they can't get the ball going on the ground. He's going to be out there a little bit more than 31% of the time. So I'd say probably half and half is probably fair to say for these two. And you could even see Perrine out there a little bit as well. So, and I know he can get the ball out of the backfield a little bit too. So, and he'll give you a little bit of savings at $1,800. So, not that high a price to pay. I mean, if you put a Gordon in there, you want to run a running back on the other side. You could even fade Gore altogether and go with Ballage or Perrine. Kind of depends on how you want to go approach it. But I think Ballage is probably the best answer on the Jet side of the ball. Moving on to wide receivers, Jamison Crowder is also questionable, as well as Chris Hogan. But Braxton Burrows is pretty much the guy for the Jets here lately. 8 targets, 4 targets last game. Looking down to see who else might be the guy for them. I guess you could say like a Josh Malone. He played for the Bengals for a while. He saw 6 targets the game before last, 0 targets last game. it's ugly. I mean, you're hoping one of these other guys play tonight, like a Jamison Crowder, would really give them a boost. If Jamison Crowder does play tonight for some reason, I would lean towards him the most, probably on their side, and then maybe a Braxton Burrows second, really. But 7,200 is a lot to pay for a guy like him. I would rather hope one of these other guys play because that'll give you some better feeling when you're building a lineup tonight. But on the side of Denver, Jerry Judy's obviously leading the charge there for them with all the injuries they've had. He saw a lot of targets, 8 targets, 7 targets, 9 targets past 3 games. Obviously, going to give them a better chance to get out there. If Rip can get the ball out early to him, maybe they build some chemistry. Maybe we got something there. Maybe they can score a touchdown as well. We'll just have to see how the game goes. As well as Patrick, I think, is in play. 5 targets, 4 targets. Deshaun Hamilton is not really seeing the target share like he was last year. 3-3-0. It's kind of ugly to look at, but that's pretty much all I'm considering the receiver tonight. I think you pick those guys. I think Jerry Judy's pretty a strong play tonight for Denver, and you could also go some Tim Patrick as well for 5,000. And then obviously we'll keep an eye on the Jamison Crowder news to see if he plays, even Chris Hogan. But I think Chris Hogan and Braxton Burrows are typically the same type of player. But you see the discount you're going to get with Hogan if he plays 3,200 versus 7,200. That's a $4,000 difference, and I think Hogan probably gets more playing time, obviously over Braxton Burrows if he does play. It's at 87% of snaps when he does play, 78% of snaps when Crowder plays, and then Braxton Burrows is obviously getting more snaps right now, but that'll significantly go down if those other 2 guys play tonight. So keep an eye on that. Tonight when you're looking to build your lineups, closer to lock time, they'll announce whether those guys are going to play or not. And I'll share that news as well on Twitter to let you guys know beforehand. So moving on to tight end, one of my favorite plays tonight, obviously for Denver, is Noah Fant. Guys getting targeted a lot. 6 targets, 5 targets, 10 targets last game. Pivotal part of Denver's offense. Also, Herndon is also getting a lot of targets from Sam Darnold. He doesn't have a lot of toes to throw to, so obviously he's going to be involved a lot tonight. Denver's defense is a little bit more acceptable to letting catches be made, obviously. So more favored to target receivers and tight ends for on the Jets side, as well as both sides as well as for Denver side. So kind of limited on the Jet side. More versatile as far as what you can do with the Denver Broncos side. So as far as the rest of these guys, I don't even know that you touch them. You stick with these other 2 guys. I think Noah Fant's a strong play, but Chris Herndon gives you a nice value down here at 5,400. Obviously another strong play, but I like Fant just a little bit more, and I like Denver tonight to win. As far as kickers. Brandon McManus has always been a strong kicker in the league. This guy's just automatic most of the time from field goal range. Sam Fakin also in play. I think both these guys are going to struggle tonight on offense. Wouldn't surprise me to see the kickers kick 3 or 4 field goals tonight, or at least have attempts. So both kickers obviously in play tonight. And if you're going to play a defense, I think obviously there's only one choice to play tonight. I mean, I guess technically you could play both. I mean, rookie, young QB against the Jets defense, as well as Denver's defense against an incompleted team who's got a lot of injuries and banged up and don't have a lot of options to throw to, and they're kind of limited in their offense. So technically, I think both the defenses are in play. I don't think I won't advise probably to play 2 defenses. I'd probably play just one if you're going to stick with one, build a stack, and throw their defense with it. I know I see some guys play 2 defenses. I just don't think that's a very smart way to go, especially when guys score automatically to shooting down the leaderboard. You're going the wrong way, and that's not the way to win DFS. So if you're going to build a Denver defense and you want to, with these slates, you have to take a stand. I think taking a stand with those, and if you want to build a Denver stack, and whoever you think has the biggest shot at putting up some points, from the Jets side, and then stacking a Denver stack may be the best way to go tonight. Just my opinion. That's probably the way I'll go. A few lines that I'll play. But anyway, guys, as you always, like and subscribe if you hadn't done so already. Hopefully this video will help you guys out. Hopefully you guys have had a good week so far. I will post any injury news that I see and try to give you guys an option on a pivotal play if once we get some Jets news on who's going to play and who's not. Less injury news on the Broncos side to wait for, more the Jets side for receivers wise with Crowder or Hogan playing tonight. But anyway, guys, that's it for tonight's slate. Like I say, if you have questions or anything, hit me up on YouTube chat, or you can hit me up on Twitter.